Hi guys, in this video I wanted to go through the most common symptoms of MS. As always, if you like the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more informative videos about my journey with multiple sclerosis.
I used to like seeing you in town. Now it's strange when you're not around. I used to like seeing you in town. Now it's strange when you're not around. Who's not for?
So what are some of the most common symptoms of MS? I think it's best to start off with describing how MS actually causes these symptoms in the body. So MS is a disease whereby your body and specifically your immune system mistakes the sheath that surrounds your nerves to protect your nerves as an alien invader, essentially. And so it attacks that sheath, and then it basically breaks down the nerves to the point that they don't function properly. I like to think of it as like an electrical cable. So if you imagine an electrical plug, you've got the wiring on the inside, that's like your nerve, and then you've got that protective plastic coating on the outside of it. And that is the myelin sheath in your nerves and your body. And that's the bit that your body is unfortunately attacking with MS and breaking down so that the wire is left exposed on the inside, and then the signals can't transmit from one side to the other properly. So it causes major problems in the body because everything in your body relies upon nerves, really, because nerves are what allow you to walk, allow you to move about, allow you to touch, to feel, to sense, to see. And so it's what connects your brain with the rest of your body. So if your own immune system is attacking that and stopping that connection, then that's why you get all these symptoms that you have with MS. And it's why MS can be such a debilitating disease in the long run. As a quick disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional in any way, shape or form. This is just from my personal experience and what I've researched when I've been looking into it myself. But if you're suffering with any of these problems, then please do seek the advice of a medical professional so that you can get that help that you need. So the common symptoms then are typically, it starts off with sort of numbness in the body. So as I've described before, this means that there's a breakdown in the circuitry, either in the brain or the spine, which is causing all the sensations from your hands, from your legs, wherever it might be in your body, to not get sent through to the brain properly. And that's what causes numbness, because that signal just isn't getting through. So that tends to be one of the early symptoms of MS from my experience and from learning from others as well. Another major symptom is eyesight issues, so blurred vision or blind spots in your eyes. That's once again because there's damage to the nerve that connects your eyeballs to your brain. So essentially your brain is not getting the right signal from your eyes. So there's a missing link in between the two, which means that your brain can't see properly, and that's what causes the issues with eyesight. This was the first symptom with me that caused me to take myself into hospital because it was really affecting my everyday life. And it seems to be, from my experience, that this is the same with a lot of people, that it seems to be the main trigger that causes them to actually get this checked out. So another symptom of MS is mobility issues, because as I said, all your muscles rely on signals from your brain telling your body to walk. So if that signal isn't getting through properly, then there are significant issues there. So people may have difficulties at first, maybe walking long distances, maybe hiking, things like that are quite challenging. And then in more severe cases, some people can be left debilitated in a wheelchair, as you get synonymous with MS. But that's obviously in the more severe cases, unfortunately, where the damage is so bad that there's just no signal at all getting through to the legs. Dizziness is another thing associated with MS, and it's another one as well that can be a red herring in terms of getting a diagnosis, because a lot of doctors hear dizziness and they think, oh, it must be a problem with the ears. And so sometimes this can get pushed over one side and it can send you off on the wrong route. So if you are experiencing dizziness along with nerve issues, so say you've got numbness as well, then it's definitely something that needs to be brought up to your doctor and list off all those different symptoms that you've had that could potentially be connected to one another. You can also experience bladder issues with MS. So sufferers tend to have weakness of the bladder because, once again, your brain isn't able to control your bladder bladder properly, and so the function of that is really affected. So a lot of sufferers of MS tend to have bladder issues. You can have general lack of coordination as well that's associated with that dizziness that I mentioned earlier. So sometimes people experience with MS, it's like their body parts aren't connected properly. And once again, it's because the brain just isn't getting those signals properly throughout the body, so it can't really work out where all the different moving parts are and what they're doing. Another symptom of MS is slurred speech, which I know that a lot of people with MS do tend to get at some point. Sexual dysfunction is another area which unfortunately can be affected by MS as well, and is listed on one of the symptoms on the NHS website. So my first symptoms of MS were, as I've mentioned in previous video, was I've had numbness in different parts of the body. So I had numbness in my right foot, then I had a little patch on my back, I had it in my 2 fingers and the distribution along the left-hand side of the left arm. And that culminated in eventually having optic neuritis, where it really affected my vision. And that was the point where it got really serious and I had to take it really seriously, which led to my final diagnosis. And since then, I've also had numbness from this part of the body downwards. So all the way throughout my whole body, I've had numbness. And then I've also had difficulties with coordination in my fingers. But I think that's to do with, I've had numbness in my fingertips as well. So those have been my symptoms to date. So luckily I haven't suffered any of the more severe ones, such as issues with walking, with mobility. I've been pretty fine in that case. So it's all about from here trying to manage those symptoms and get on the right treatment and do as much as I can from a diet and a mental well-being point of view, that I can keep those symptoms at bay. Thanks for watching the video. Let me know if you're suffering from any of those symptoms below, and I'll answer and help in any way that I can. And also don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos similar to this. Thanks for watching.
I used to like